Namaste guys. Moving on to the next part of the mini album, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the covers. So let me just grab all my supplies. I've already cut 3 pieces of chipboard and I want them this way. So I think I want them this way, and I have used ink to color my edges so that they don't black and I don't have to go over and ink them on top of it again. Then I have a piece of black cardstock. This is my favorite cardstock. This is a Fabriano, and let me just quickly tell you the measurements. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and these are, since the pages are 5 by 8, so my covers are 5.5 by 8.5. And this middle piece here measures as thick as a spine. So I didn't really need to ink this since it's going to get covered up with paper in any case, but I still did that. So moving on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply layer all my pieces like that, so I know I'm going to be wanting these. So basically I'm just going to leave a little bit of room in between and glue all these things down, and then I'm going to fold the 2 flaps over, and that's as simple as that. So to get all my measurements correct, I'm just going to try and center this piece as much as I can. I think that's where I want it, so I'm just going to mark it. And then I'm going to cover this up with tape. I'm going to add some tape right on top of this here, because tape on tape becomes really tacky and it makes sure that your project becomes really sturdy because of all the double backing tape. So this doesn't really matter if it gets a little overlapped. So now I have my backings removed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the backing from this side as well, and I'm going to try and leave about and that's on. You cannot, nothing can, you know, take it apart. I'm like really applying a lot of pressure. So that's done. Moving on to this side, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Then leave a little bit of gap between the two chipboard pieces and have it down there. So next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my bone folder. Here we are. Just flip it over like that, and then I'm going to add some tape to my inner flaps here. So and then similarly what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more tape on top of my hinges. Maybe I'll do it later when I add the top flap. I think I'll just add tape to the hinges. Just to reinforce those hinges. So basically this tape is going to act as a spine for my album, and since it's going to be opening and closing and being handled a lot, this tape makes sure that the hinges remain nice and firm. Just take the backings off. And then add more tape. I'm running out of tape. Just barely made it. Okay. So just removing my backing here. Like that. And I'm just going to use my bone folder to reinforce those edges and bring it over. Again on this side, just making sure that the paper doesn't crack, and now it won't because it has the extra layer of tape under it, so the tape is going to prevent the paper from cracking. And then I'm going to get with my bone folder, before I have the top layer down, I'm just going to reinforce these hinges like that. There you go. And then I have another piece for the top here. Just need to trim it down. This is a 5.5 by 5.5 piece. there you go. Just going to feel for the spine there, and I'm going to use my bone folder. Enforce my folds like that. And there you go, you have your spine.